Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and I want to recap the Indiana Pacers versus the New York Knicks game that just got wrapped up. The Knicks lost this one 121-107. I was live throughout the entire game, so for those guys that did tune into my stream, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And as we know, the Knicks have lost their first game of the season. And in this video, I'll be breaking down the good things and the bad things and what needs to be improved and my overall thoughts of this game and what we can expect for the rest of the season. So going right into that, first of all, RJ Barrett looks like the real deal. He started the game 8 for 8 from the field and had 20 points at the half. Wow. I mean, RJ Barrett looked completely composed out there, 3 for 3 from the three-point line. That last three-point shot in the corner, a contested jump shot, he just looked so good out there. I think RJ Barrett is destined to have that next step type of season that you see all around the league, that they take that step from being okay and then he goes all the way up to a potential star. And I feel like RJ Barrett is definitely a star in the making. He has everything you want. He has the mentality, he has the work ethic, and he has the overall poise. And you saw his play on the floor. The only thing that bothers me about RJ Barrett, it's not him, it's how the Knicks utilize him. He had 20 points at the half, did not miss one shot, and they do not feed him the ball at all in the second half. I don't understand why they don't do that. Elfrid Payton just dribbles the ball out. RJ Barrett continues to not get the looks he deserves, and it just frustrates me. You need to run the offense through RJ Barrett, and that segues into Elfrid Payton. He is definitely should not be the starting point guard for the New York Knicks. He looked terrible out there. He only had 7 points, had multiple turnovers, shot the ball too much when he shouldn't, should have passed it, dribbled the ball, picked up his dribble. He just did not look like a good point guard. Elfrid Payton just looked terrible out there. I really hope the Knicks do not make him the starting point guard for the entire season. I don't think that's going to happen, but the worst thing about this game probably is the injury to Immanuel Quickley. I think if Immanuel Quickley did not get injured, the game would have been completely different because we did not have a backup point guard. We had Alec Burks running the one at some times, and now it's not good for the Knicks. We cannot have Alec Burks running the one. We eventually got Frank Ntilikina in there, but he looked lost out there. So Alec Burks is another guy that we can talk about because he lit it up. Alec Burks had 22 points off the bench. Never expected that. So maybe we can have Alec Burks be that guy off the bench who could be a sharpshooter and provide really good scoring because we desperately need that. The Knicks just overall had a really good first half, and we were winning by 6 points, and all of a sudden, the second half, everything fell apart. It's frustrating, but what it came down to is the Knicks just falling apart on defensive end, and I think the injury to Immanuel Quickley did not help things out because he was the guy that was helping out getting the teammates involved. He was the point guard. He was playing defense. He was facilitating, and we lacked that. Elfrid Payton was not that, and we did not look like a good basketball team with Elfrid Payton running the show. Obi Toppin in his debut, he looked like a guy that loves to shoot the ball more than I expected. He struggled from the I don't know his percentage, but he shot around 3 of 12. Could be wrong, but it's somewhere around there. He had really good, impressive three-point shots, but overall, Obi did not look that impressive to me in his rookie game, but I'm not concerned about Obi Toppin. It's only his his debut. I'm expecting him to have a bounce-back game and get better throughout the season. He's going to be having his up-and-down games. Mitchell Robinson, he only had 3 points and 6 boards and 3 blocks. I like what I saw from him overall. His energy was good, but I wish they threw the lob more up to Mitch. I don't know why they fell away from feeding him down low. Didn't understand. I understand that he didn't getting into foul trouble early. He had to get out, but overall, Mitchell Robinson, not too worried about him. Another player I want to talk about, Julius Randle. He had a very inefficient night. He was shooting terribly from the field, but he almost finished with a triple-double. 17 points, 9 assists, 9 boards. At the half, he had 8 assists. And first half, we all know the Knicks were playing really good basketball. They were playing good team basketball. RJ Barrett was lighting it up. Mitchell Robinson was doing his thing. Julius Randle was facilitating. And then the second half, he turned into the Julius Randle we all knew to grow to hate, which is a guy that loves dribbling too much, going into double teams, not passing when he should, and that's really what happened. But my overall take from this game is we shouldn't be too concerned. We went up against a really tough opponent in the Indiana Pacers. I like what we saw from the first half. I think the Knicks just have to go in the film room and learn from their mistakes and really capitalize on their defensive possessions, because whenever I felt like the Knicks got a steal or they got a defensive stop. They didn't capitalize on the offensive end, and that's frustrating. I'm hoping that they can turn it around, and our next opponent is the Philadelphia 76ers, which I'm a little concerned about because, again, that's another playoff team, but it'll be our home debut for the 2020 season at the Garden. But the biggest takeaway is definitely RJ Barrett. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. That is a all-star number right there. I was hoping he can go for 30-plus points. He did not shoot the ball nearly as much as he should have in the second half. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but it just frustrates me that they don't let RJ run the offense. Whenever he has the ball, he knows how to facilitate it or he knows how to score. He looked like really confident from the free throw line and from the three-point line and attacking to the rim and facilitating. So RJ Barrett is a guy that we need to let him run the offense. He should be the go-to guy. I don't understand why they're not letting him do that, but time will tell. I feel like overall, the Knicks looked impressive to me in the first half. They need to build on it, and I mentioned this in my predictions video. I do not expect the Knicks to start off this season hot. I don't expect them to start like 5-1 or anything crazy. I expect them to struggle in their first 10, 15, 20 games, and then the more they play, the more they get accustomed to each other. They're going to grow as a unit, and they're going to play way better basketball as a team throughout the regular season. And that's my prediction. Again, it is unfortunate that Immanuel Quickley went down with an injury. He has a hip pointer, which is like a bruise on your hip, and that's like a day-to-day, week-to-week type of injury. So he's probably going to be expected to miss around 4 to 5 games, if not more, if not less. It's unknown at the moment how severe the injury is, but the Knicks fall to the Indiana Pacers. I want to hear your guys' thoughts of the game down below in the comment section because you guys were in the live chat giving me your thoughts, and I love hearing your guys' opinions because you guys have really good takes. My take on the Pacers is Sabonis is a real deal. I mean, he dropped 30 points, 13 rebounds. Going into this game, I'm like, I guarantee Sabonis is just going to drive me crazy, and he's going to beat us down low, and that's exactly what he did. Brogdon did his thing. Oladipo got hot in the second half. We did not have an answer for the Pacers in the second half. We played really good basketball in that first 2 quarters, and then everything fell apart. We only had 16 points in the third quarter. That is inexcusable. We cannot go out there in the second half and not play that good. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but I got to go back to it because Immanuel Quickley's injury really was a problem. We had Alec Burks running the point guard at some point. We didn't have a point guard on the floor. You cannot expect this offense to function without a true point guard out there. It's just not going to work. Alec Burks is not a point guard. He is really bad at handling the ball. He's really good at shooting the ball, but not handling the ball. But overall, I'm impressed with the Knicks' grit from this young squad. What Tom Thibodeau showed me is a guy that is going to pay attention to detail, call timeouts when necessary, and I'm hoping they get into the film room and clean up these mistakes because we got a long season ahead of us. That does it for this video. Again, let me know in the comment section your thoughts of this game and hit that like button if you enjoyed. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more Knicks content. That does it for this video. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Merry Christmas, enjoy your holidays, and everybody stay safe. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace.